Here we go. Hump Day, people. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. It's another edition of the Joe Raineri Show brought to you by uwager.eu. It is where America bets. It's sure as hell where this show bets. And once again, I hope at the very least it is where you are line shopping, as we are absolutely loaded tonight with games, not only in the NBA, 10, 11 games in the NBA, I believe, a whole bunch of college basketball games. We've got the end of season games taking place right now in conferences like the ACC, the SEC, the Big Ten, and of course we've got a bunch of mid-major conference tournaments getting ready to start tonight. Where are you going to go to get these plays? Where are you going to go to get the advice? You're going to go right here, but I hope that you are shopping the lines tonight before you make any of your selections. I mean, line shopping is crucial. What does that mean? It means you probably already have a book that you use, right? You probably already have a place you're making the bets. You need another one. You need at least two, if not more, places to be able to shop the line and make sure you're giving yourself the best number. After all, we say it on the show, repeat after me, we're not betting teams, we're betting numbers, and it only makes sense to give yourself the best number. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you need an offshore book that you trust, that you can count on, and that has quality pricing, and all of those boxes are checked with our friends at UWager. So here's what I want you to do. Before we're done here with today's show, I want you to call 1-800-UWager. That's 1-800-UWager. I want you to give them the code JRS50 and open up an account. Doesn't have to be with $1 million. It's just got to be something to open the account so you can begin price shopping the games, all right? And I'm going to tell you right now, the first thing you're going to notice is the customer service and how unbelievably amazing they are. This entire process will take 3.5 minutes for you to get set up. It is that simple. It's also very simple to put money in, even easier to be able to pull your winnings out, right? And we've all heard the horror stories about how I can't get the money out. You want me? Yeah, you don't have that problem here. It's where I've been using these guys forever. I love them. And yes, I have 5 or 6 books that I shop on a regular basis. But I'm giving you these guys because I'm telling you right now, that is where the customer service, the ease of transaction, and some of the best pricing you'll have is. Plus, they'll drop 50% sign-up bonus into your account right now. Doesn't have just open it up with $100. Open it up with $50. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference. Just have the option to be able to shop the line. So if you get the number you like, boom, you can make the play, and you don't have to, you don't got to bitch and moan and tell me, I got caught by the hook. Damn it, I didn't get it. I wish I would have had 5.5 instead of 6. This is how you do it. 1-800-UWager. Give them the code JRS50. That's 1-800-UWager. Give them the code JRS50. All right, we are loaded today with information once again. Our friend Joe D'Amico, AASI wins. You're talking about the All-American Sports Information. Vegas God, Joe D'Amico. I swear to God, the guy is more famous in Las Vegas than Carrot Top. Everybody knows Joe D'Amico. Has been doing it over 30 years. We love Joe. He's got he's got 2 college games and an NBA game tonight that he's going to share with you and break down. Plus, he's going to give you a little peek into what's coming up at AASIwins.com and why it is that if you are looking for somebody to kind of lean on here over the next couple of weeks, over the next 30 days in college hoops in the NBA, that Joe D'Amico is definitely going to be a guy that you want to consider. We're going to talk to him. We're also going to talk to our friends at TrendyBets.com who nailed their college play last night here on the show. They gave you Oklahoma +1. Oklahoma, they beat Kansas by more than +1 here on the show. They've got another one coming your way today, plus their free NBA play of the day. Our friends at HalftimeMagic.com. I've been telling you guys about second half betting, right? And one of the premier handicapping services that specializes only in second half wagering, Halftime Magic. I use them. I've been telling you guys about them. An unbelievable weekend where they went 12-3. They have an opportunity for you to get on board free tonight. Get their plays for free tonight and start profiting from second half wagering. I'll give you the details. That is coming up. Also want to invite you guys, of course, to join us if you haven't done so already. Download the Fantasy Sports Radio app. You got me and Dane Martinez in the morning, 6 to 9, nationally here. We're on radio stations, television stations, cable companies, every streaming platform known to mankind, 6 a to 9 a Eastern Standard Time. We start your day off by making it rain, getting getting you caught up with everything in the world of sports that you missed from overnight, including all the bad beats, everything that's going on in the world of sports betting. We get you set up first thing in the morning, and then from 9 until 12, you got me and a fellow degenerate, Gabe Morency. We've got you on the morning after, talking to the reporters from around the country that cover your favorite teams and your favorite sports, not to mention some of the best handicappers as well from around the nation. We've got you covered not only in sports betting, sports news, but fantasy. Drew Dinkmeyer, who is one of the members of RotoWorld.com, one of the founding members of RotoWorld.com, just won $100,000 last night by using the RotoWorld NBA Fantasy Optimizer, the program that we use on the show that the entire network uses. $15 tournament, won $100,000 on DFS last night. I mean, come on. When it comes to not only sports betting, but fantasy information, nobody has you covered like the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. So download the free app right now. You can carry us with you. I mean, it's awesome. It's probably the most profitable thing that you're going to do today. It's probably the most profitable thing you're going to download besides most of the porn. At least you'll get some use out of it and maybe even make a few bucks. But daily fantasy, year-long fantasy, sports betting, sports news and information, we've got you covered on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. Download the app today and join us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. for Make It Rain as we get you set up for what's going to happen. We've got a few plays of our own. Also, Tony George, Doc Sports, he's going to swing by. He's got a game tonight that he wants you to hear about. So once again, we are loaded. So buckle up, pull a chair up, get ready, get comfortable. We're going to go ahead and talk to our friend Joe D'Amico here in just a second. But I do want to thank, of course, our friends at Miami Acura who make this possible. They support us. They've been supporting us from day one. I hope that you will support them. If you're in the market for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, no better place to go than Miami Acura. You think we talk about getting the best number here on the show, right? Shopping numbers, it's the same thing when it comes to purchasing a car. Whether it's new or a pre-owned car, it doesn't matter. You want to get the best number, and that is what Miami Acura specializes in, getting you the right number, the best situation for you. That's why we love them. MiamiAcura.com, South Dixie Highway. Those of you in the 305 and 954, you know where they are. Outside of that, you can call 855-564-4669. That is 855-564-4669. Get there today. Don't you dare make a move on a car. Go get your prices, go do your shopping, but end up at MiamiAcura.com, and I can assure you they can make it happen for you at a price you never thought possible. That's MiamiAcura.com, MiamiAcura.com. Coming up here in 25 minutes, we've got your TrendyBets.com free NBA and college basketball game of the day. But first, our boy here. Welcome in. Love It Wednesday, which means we get to hang out with the man. I am talking about the man. When it comes to college hoops, NBA, this time of season, tournament, nobody better than the legend Joe D'Amico, AASIwins.com, joins us live from Las Vegas. Jojo, how are you, my man?
I am wonderful. I just wish that the Mother Nature would make up her mind. We had snow a few weeks ago. Then it went to sunshine in the mid to high 60s. Then we got this weather the last 3 days of like 74, 75, but really hot, like hooker and church hot. And now it's raining cats and dogs outside. You know, Joe, I know that you know the layout of the house, but we do these segments, you and I do this in my office at my home, and I sit in I don't want to say a man cave because there's no naked pictures laying around. No, but I sit with about $1 million worth of sports memorabilia around me, and then I have the light to the back because we get good lighting here. But over here to my right, it goes through my formal living room into my backyard. And right now I have a bunch of palm trees. They are waving up and down. The rain is coming down. I'm looking at my pool from here. I mean, it's about 50 feet away until the backyard. And I'm looking at my pool. In the pool, you see the raindrops coming down. I just wish Mother Nature would make up her mind. You know, I need to know whether I'm breaking out suntan lotion and bikinis and margaritas, or I need like cognac and a snorkel jacket with boots on. I just don't know what I'm doing here.
That, my friend, is the struggle that is real that people don't understand. If you are Joe D'Amico, that is the struggle we are talking about.
This is my struggle.
I'm telling you, it's a good time of year right now, Joe, because I know, maybe a lot of the listeners and viewers don't know, there is over the next week, while we're talking about conference tournaments in college basketball, there's plenty of opportunities to find value. There's plenty of opportunities to be profitable here before you even get to the tournament of 64. And tell the viewers right now a little bit. You have been on fire all year with college hoops, and it's even more importantly to hop on board right now leading into the tournament.
Oh, absolutely. This is a time of year where cream rises to the top. In over 15 years that I'm documented, every year I finish first, second, or third in wins percentage and profit in college basketball. Now, this isn't just on one website, guys. This is on a half a dozen websites that documented me over the last 15 years. I will tell you, yes, prior to the big dance, guys, and don't count out the NIT or even CBI or the CIT. There is value in those smaller tournaments, particularly the NIT. I like the NIT. There's a lot of value there. But this is a time of year, conference tournaments are huge. Some of these teams, these conference tournaments, they know each other. These teams and these coaches know each other. There's a lot of value in these lines. You can take advantage of a line that's a little bit off. Certain teams that need an extra win or two going into, the selection process. Some of these teams we're going to be talking about today on the show, two of them in particular need wins on tonight's card, and that's one of the reasons why that's factored into why I like them. But this is a time of year. It's very exciting, Joe. We're going into the last 2 days or 2 games, really, more or less, give or take, of the regular season of college basketball. We've got the NBA full force. A lot of teams that were sitting some of their superstars. You and I talked about this over the last month here on the show. Are playing them now. They either need to make the playoffs or to better their seeding. So you're going to see some better teams rise and some teams that were right on the border fall. And now one of my favorite times of year, really, baseball's about to start. We're about less than a week away. We got some games being played in Japan on the 20th, and then a full slate of official opening day on the 28th. This is an amazing time of the year because I'm a daily sports bettor. All right, I don't do this, for fun. I do this to make a living, to keep the lights on. And I got a couple of houses that I like to keep the lights on, guys. I want to tell you, this is a great time of year. This is a time that if you are disciplined, you could certainly make money. And I want to tell you this. I want to get this straight out because, Joe, I get a lot of response and replies on social media and a lot of emails from people that watch or listen to our segments here. I want to get something straight. People say, well, I want to quit my job and gamble full time. I don't advise that. I think if you have hundreds to bet, I can make you hundreds. If you have thousands in your bankroll, I can make you thousands. If you have tens of thousands, I can make you tens of thousands. I don't want you to think that I can take somebody who bets a few $100 a game and make them a millionaire. And anybody that promises you that, horse shit. Hang up the phone. Don't listen to them. It is horse shit, guys. Guys, I can supplement your income. I can make you a nice profit, not every single day or every single week, but over the course of a season, most weeks. Over the course of the year, most weeks. So I want you to know something, that this is a marathon, not a sprint, and you've got to take it and be very disciplined. And that's why I love daily sports like basketball, Joe, and I love daily sports like baseball. Because if I don't like something today, odds are I'll like something tomorrow.
Here's the bottom line. If you want to get on with Joe and have Joe's experience, his knowledge, and his diehard commitment here to providing winners for you guys, now is the time for you to hop on. Not just in basketball. Like he said, you got the NBA, you're going to have the playoffs, you're going to have Major League Baseball. Now would be the opportunity for you to join up. AASIwins.com. Also, the phone number that you guys got here scrolling along the bottom. Reach him directly. You always have at least one free winner a day there, Joe. Do you not?
Every day over the last 5 years that I've had this free pick line, they're hitting like 67, 68%, and that's on a daily basis. I mean, you're talking where every day, 365 days a year, you get a play, and I'm literally over 67, 68% on those.
Yep, see, and that's what it's all about. Choosing choose your friends wisely, we like to say here, and you're going to want guys like Joe D'Amico in your corner over the next couple of weeks, and watch how you take that. You got a few $100 for a bankroll, watch that few hundred double, triple, quadruple, and continue to go. It's the other thing about Joe that you guys got to understand is that he's never going to go, here's a 100,000 unit play right now, mortgage your house. Or that's not what he does. That's not anybody that tells them that as well, Joe, that they should somehow. Thank you very much.
That is horseshit, guys. Here's another thing, guys. Don't ever listen to somebody who tells you to double what you're comfortable in doubling, or to double up if you had a losing day. Guys, it's horseshit. It's horseshit. Now, if it works for people out there, more power to them. This progression thing where if you lose, you double, you lose, you double. I know handicappers out there that have lost 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 straight days. Well, guys, $100 better all of a sudden is in for thousands upon thousands, and you've got to mortgage the house just to get even and hope you get even. Now, here's the thing. Money management is as important, if not more important, than wins and losses. I'm going to repeat that. Money management is as or more important than wins and losses. Don't get me wrong. You always want more winners than losers. But here's an example. I'm going to use an extreme. I use extremes. Would you rather go 1-9 and have $1,000 on the one game that you win and $20 or $50 on the 9 games you lose? This is an extreme. Or go 9-1 and then reverse it. Now, here's the situation. It is about money management. Never, ever, ever double up. Never triple up. Now, on a losing day, step back. See, with me, Joe, listeners, I never have. I got on a college basketball Saturday, I might have 3, 4, 5 plays. If I go 1-4, and that's the worst day you're going to have with me, I lose 3 units. I am 24 hours away from getting you in the plus column. When you start getting 12, 15, 16, 17 games, if you have a bad day and go 2-14, guys, you're 2 weeks away, and you've got to go on a really big win streak to get back your money. This is also about stress level, guys. Don't be checking your phones all day for scores. It's a pain in the ass. Trust me, for you ladies, or well, whatever you like to date, men, women, farm animals, whatever you want to date, whatever's in your wheelhouse, guys. Don't neglect your family. Don't neglect your lady, your man, your kids, anything. This is about entertainment, but it's always more entertaining when you're making money. But less is more to me. I like less games. I'm going to say it again, Joe. I'd rather have one wife like Heidi Klum than 100 that look like Rosie O'Donnell. Less is more to me.
It's words to live by.
I'm only 1 day away from being back in the plus column. If I have a good day, we win. We have a lot more winning days than losing days. Listen, I'm telling you now, less is more.
Not a one-and-done situation. It is an investment. It's a supplement income, something that can be consistent, and that's all we're looking for in this is to be consistent, and that's what Joe delivers over the 30-some-odd years that he's been doing this. Nobody better than Joe D'Amico. AASIwins.com is where you can get him, guys. And let's look at some of these games here tonight. Let's be profitable tonight, and let's start with, we'll go with the ACC, Joe. Big matchup between Clemson on the road, Notre Dame. Clemson is going to be a road favorite, laying 3 tonight. Notre Dame's been a little banged up. What do you think about this game?
Well, there's a short price here. The line is currently 3 as we're taping. Clemson listeners need to solidify their spot in the big dance, so the Tigers cannot afford a loss here. And what better team to face than Notre Dame? They're on a 5-game straight-up slide. The Irish were dominating this series until last season. A lot of things changed. Personnel change for Clemson. Personnel change for the Irish. Guys, the Tigers turned the tide last year, 67-58, win and cover. Clemson will shut down Notre Dame offensively. All these numbers are against the spread. Tigers 4-1 the last 5 on the road, 8-3 the last 11 versus ACC opponents, and 8-3 the last 11 overall. The Fighting Irish, not so fighting, guys, when it comes to getting paid. They are 8-20 the last 28 at home, 5-12 the last 17 versus conference opponents, 5-12 their last 17 overall. I mean, they just crush bettors. I think this is a short number 3. This should be a 6 or 6.5 or 7. I like Clemson here to win and cover.
There you go. All right, we'll move on. How about Big 12? Baylor, Oklahoma State. This has kind of been volatile, Joe. I mean, this is one of those situations where line shopping is so important, but Baylor, Oklahoma State opened up at -6. I think some books right now, -8, 8.5. So what do you like about this game?
Well, listeners, Joe asked me if I wanted to take this game down because I told him prior to taping the segment that I really did like Baylor this morning at -6, possibly even a 6.5. Since then, it went up to 8 or 8.5 as of taping. Now, I do think it's going to go up even higher. Don't know if it's going to hit double digits, but I want to tell you this. This is an example of shopping a number. Now, I still think Baylor's the right side, and I think they're going to win this game by 10. But I want to tell you, if this goes up higher and higher, you can step away, bet less, or you can bet less, or even ultimately step away. But I still wanted to give it out because I'm leaving it out there as a free game. Baylor sits at 19-10 overall in 4th place in the Big 12. They're just a half a game behind Kansas, guys, who they play next. Very important. So they need to earn their 20th win here tonight to cement an NCAA tournament bid. They've dominated the Cowboys. They've taken 7 in a row straight up, 6-1 against the spread there in the last 7. Okie State is about the worst team in the conference. Now, yes, in conference play, they're tied with West Virginia at 3-13. Their offense, or lack thereof, is going to be completely shut down. Baylor's got a swarming defense. They allow just 66.3 points a game. And let's not forget that the Bears on both ends of the court are tougher on the boards. This is one of the better teams in the Big 12 on the boards. Cowboys, 2-9-1 against the number. The last 12 at the Bears, 3-7 against the spread. The last 10 on the road, 7-16 against the number. The last 23 overall. I like the Bears here, but like I said, I like them at 6, 6.5. I still think it's the right side at 8, 8.5. This goes up to 9, 9.5, 10. You may think about betting less or stepping away. But I wanted to leave this game out there, Joe, as I did like it this morning. And I don't want to just put something out and say, I don't like it. And some of our listeners and followers say, hey, wait, I went to his website, I called the pick phone or whatever. Here, I'm confused. I don't want to be confusing. I want to give you guys a straight talk. I don't want to be one of the guys that's full of horse shit. That's the word of the day, Joe. Horse shit.
I love that. All right, so you got something to look at there, Bale. Plus, you don't know what's going to happen. There might be some money coming in late. Bottom line is, at 6, he really likes it. 8.5, travel at your own discretion here. Now, you got 2 games in college here. We gave you Clemson. He likes Baylor at 6, 6.5. How about the NBA, Joe? Interesting game tonight. Very, very hot team. The Detroit Pistons at home taking on a Minnesota Timberwolves team that's on a back-to-back. They ended up beating OKC at home last night. Now they travel to Detroit. I think the number is Detroit laying 5. What do you like about this game?
Well, you just mentioned it, a couple of factors that I like, why I chose Detroit here. Short number to lay for a Detroit team that's won and covered the last 7 meetings in this series. The Pistons are hot coming into this contest. They won 9 of the last 11 straight up, 8-3 against the spread. The offense is taking it up a notch. They have, now everybody's going to talk about Karl Anthony Towns, phenomenal player. He's putting up tremendous numbers. But Detroit counters with Griffin and Drummond. They can compete with him. 2 guys that they can rotate around him. The favorite of this series is 9-3-1 against the spread the last 13 meetings. Detroit 5-0 the last 5 at home against the spread. Minnesota 2-5 against the spread the last 7 versus Eastern Conference opponents. I like the Pistons here to continue their domination of the T-Wolves.
There you go. That's what he likes. Take the Detroit. Take Clemson. He likes Baylor, 6, 6.5. Shop the best number that you can get, but more importantly, maybe the best number you can get. I'm going to put up right on the screen right now. It's the 800 number, free winner daily on his pick phone, 1-800-563-8854. And if you want to really start getting profitable, if you really want to start diving into it, that 855 number, 563-8854, consistent winners. That's what it's all about. Consistency. That phone number will give you consistent winners, JoJo.
Absolutely, guys. Every day on my free pick phone, 1-800-563-8854. Joe mentioned 1-800-JOE, J-O-E. How about Joe and Joe? Joe, 8854. You get a free winner, no callbacks, no BS. And over the last 5 years that I've had this line, I'm about 67, 68% on daily games that I give out. I don't give out just throwaway games. We'll get them on the paid pick line. There's an opportunity for you to call the paid pick line every day. I don't have games every single day on the paid pick line, Joe, so I don't have something explosive that I want people to buy every day on the paid pick line. Those numbers are over 71, 72%. I've had that line about 3 years now. 4 or 5 days a week on daily sports. I usually have something on Saturday and Sunday in both basketball and football, so it's not an issue. During the week in baseball, sometimes it averages. I might have some 4, 5, 6 days. 3, 4, 5 days another week, 2, 3, 4 days, whatever I feel strongly about goes on the paid pick line.
Bottom line is you got to get on board, right? You want to start being profitable. March, now is the time to do it, heading right into baseball season. Nobody more profitable, nobody more consistent than Joe D'Amico, AASIwins.com. Call him today, guys. Get yourself on board with JoJo, and I promise you, in a couple of months, we're going to come back here. We're going to laugh. We're just going to be counting the money going, why didn't we call sooner? And that's ultimately what happens every time somebody jumps on board and calls the paid pick line. That's exactly what they do is they go, why in the hell didn't I call him during football season? Don't be the guy that's going, why didn't I call him during baseball season or March Madness? Get on board now, AASIwins.com on the website, and I'll put these numbers up one more time, 800-563-8854. That's 800-563-8854. Now's the time to do it, JoJo. Am I right?
Absolutely. Let's get on now. We clean up the last couple of days of the regular season of college basketball. We go through the conference tournaments. We go through the big dance, the NIT, the CBI, the CIT. You'll get everything from me. I got a couple specials I'll be putting out the next few days. You'll get them on my website, www.aasiwins.com. You can call my free pick phone, my paid pick line. You can call me direct in the office, 855-776-8891. Joe has that number going, of course. Guys, there are so many options for me to make you money. I'm sure one will be tailor-made just for you.
Just got to call, and you'll win. Joe D'Amico, AASIwins.com. My friend, I hope the weather gets better for you. Good luck tonight. Good luck this week. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you, Joseph. Listeners, good luck and have a winning day.
Want to thank Joe D'Amico very much for stopping by. As usual, joins us on Wednesdays, always delivering. I mean, the guy is more famous than Carrot Top, I can tell you that, in Vegas. The man can't go anywhere. Can't even go get a bagel without people coming up and being like, oh, my God, you're that guy, Joe D'Amico. Unbelievable stuff. Also, one of the most consistent handicappers over the last 30 years that you will find in Vegas. Love him. AASIwins.com. Make sure that you guys are tailing him on Twitter, at Joe D'Amico Wins. Get to the website, pick up the phone, and start winning. You heard his plays tonight that he likes Detroit, likes Clemson, likes Baylor at 6.5. Make sure you jot that down. And coming up here, we've got your trendybets.com. Free NBA and college basketball play. What can I say? Of course, they nailed the Oklahoma play yesterday. You got for free here on the Joe Raineri Show. They delivered that. They've got another college play, an NBA play, and those of you that have been tailing this show, and you guys know how much money Trendy Bets has been able to make you guys in just free plays here on this show, one a day, and they have been killing it, and they're going to continue to do so, going to continue to be profitable as long as you guys go ahead and line shop, all right? I got to tell you guys once again, if you're just joining us, you cannot just have one book in order to be able to place your bets. You got to have multiple books at your disposal, which means you got to have a book you trust. The one we trust, the one we use, the one we always recommend, the one many of you already know because you've taken my advice and you've gone ahead, opened up an account, is at YouWager. You can do so right now, 1-800-YouWager. That's 1-800-YouWager. Give them that code, JRS50, JRS50. They will go ahead, automatically set you up an account, drop 50% sign-up bonus in there, and you're off. Now you can go ahead and actually shop numbers. You don't have to guess and hope that it's the right number. Gee, I'd much rather 3 than 3.5. Well, it's probably out there. The problem is you don't have the option to go shop for it, and all you need is an offshore you can count on, and we absolutely trust YouWager. Been using them for almost a year now, and great stuff. Customer service amazing, ease of transactions amazing, all easy stuff. Just call. All you got to do is call and set up an account, and boom, you're ready to go. 1-800-YouWager. That's 1-800-YouWager. Give them the code JRS50. We've got some breaking news here in the world of sports, and for a minute while I was reading this and it came across, I had to make sure that I wasn't popping edibles here or something and going, wow, was that cookie that I ate before? Was that a Vegas cookie? Like, what was going on? But if I'm reading this correct, and I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see it, that would be Stephen Wright has now been suspended 80 games for PED use. Now, those of you may know, and what is so unbelievably ironic about this is Stephen Wright doesn't throw any harder than maybe 76 miles an hour. That's his fastball. He's a damn knuckleballer. He's the Red Sox right-handed knuckleballer who's been suspended now 80 games without pay because he tested positive for growth hormone releasing peptide 2G, well, whatever the hell that is. Anyway, he's done now. This is an unbelievable situation for a Red Sox. The Red Sox released the statement saying that they fully support Major League Baseball's joint drug prevention and treatment program and its efforts to eliminate performance-enhancing substance from the game, yada, yada, yada. This is also going to be now the second straight season in which Wright has been suspended. Last year, he had to serve a 15-game suspension under the league's domestic abuse policy, and now all of a sudden we are hearing that he is now suspended 80 games for a PED infraction. A PED suspension, 80 games. Now, you may say, all right, he's a knuckleballer, but can I tell you something? That Red Sox bullpen already lost Joe Kelly to the Dodgers, right, via free agency. They're going without Craig Kimbrell as well. Wright was yes, he was a knuckleballer, but he worked about, I think it was a 2.68 ERA is what he had last year. And he threw about 53, 54 innings in relief last season. I can tell you right now, this is not, it's not okay, no big deal. This is going to be an issue for the Red Sox, at least to start the season, because that bullpen's going to be a little short. So you got it right there. Knuckleballer Stephen Wright suspended 80 games for PEDs. I can't. It's just I'm still laughing right now as I'm reading that. Also in the NBA, Cleveland Browns have now parted with. Wow, what a shock this is. Jamie Collins is no longer with the Cleveland Browns. It looks like they announced that they have released Collins. This is just a few days before the start of free agency. He is linebacker Jamie Collins. Has been released. He was acquired back in 2016 from the New England Patriots. He signed a 4-year, $50 million contract then, and at the time, it was the largest in the league for a 4-3 linebacker. The contract contained $26.5 million in guaranteed money, but almost all of that was paid out during his first 2 years. The Browns will cover about $2.5 million of dead money on their books this year, rather than pay him $11.7 million in the cap hit that they would have had to do if they left him on the roster. So Jamie Collins gone, released from the Cleveland Browns, and this was a guy that always was a little questionable motivation-wise, and that was one of the reasons I know a lot of people went when he was released and traded by New England. A lot of people said, Bill Belichick, what are you doing? And the question was always about this guy's motivation, that he was just a lazy bastard is really what it came down to, that Belichick didn't think he had a high enough motor. He would take plays off. He wasn't altogether thrilled with the effort from Jamie Collins. So he got the Browns to guarantee him $26.5 million, already made that in his first 2 years of the contract. So the Browns are going, yeah, you're really not worth the second half of that contract. Would have been over $11.75 million cap hit if they kept him on the roster. He is now a free agent. I'm pretty sure he is not going to command anywhere near $11 million as a 4-3 linebacker. But a couple of interesting stories that are coming down the pike here on this hump day, and I want to welcome you in, those of you just joining us. It is another edition of the Joe Raineri Show, brought to you by YAHOO. We just heard from Joe D'Amico, our good friend, Las Vegas legend Joe D'Amico, talked about a few college games and an NBA game that he likes last night. Now we're going to switch gears, go to our friends at TrendyBets.com, who have done nothing but deliver on this show free plays for you guys over the last 4 months since the beginning of the NBA season. They've got a couple of plays tonight, one in college, one in the NBA. Let's go ahead and get to that so we can go ahead and start making you some money here tonight. First game up from TrendyBets.com. Timberwolves at the Pistons. Now, you already heard Joe D'Amico, right? Joe D'Amico loves Detroit, laying the 5.5 in this game. Here is what we know from TrendyBets.com. We know that the over in this game, 26-9 in the T-Wolves' last 35 overall. Karl Anthony Towns has been on fire. They took care of business last night against OKC. Karl Anthony Towns, I think, what he dropped 39 in that game. They have really, really been playing well, the Timberwolves, at home. Not so much on the road as they head to Detroit. The over is also 4-0 in the Timberwolves' last 4 road games versus a team with a home winning record. So they also tend to score a little bit more on the road with the better competition. Also, the over 8-1 in Detroit's last 9 overall. They have been bringing the offense, and the over 5-0 in the last 5 meetings in Detroit between these two teams. The over-under opened up at 224. You got to check and make sure where it is right now. But yes, the Trendy Bets folks love the over tonight, 224 in the Timberwolves and the Pistons game. And again, make sure that you guys, if you haven't done so, head over to trendybets.com. That's trendybets.com. Use this code NBA50. NBA50 will go ahead and get you a 50% discount on any one of their premium NBA packages. That's NBA50 at trendybets.com. They will take care of you. They've been taking care of us here on the show with their free play now since the beginning of the season. Over 60% on the show in free plays. They've done even better than that to their customers. Head over to trendybets.com. NBA50 is the code you use. Now, they also have a college play. They gave us and delivered to you guys yesterday the free play Oklahoma, right? They gave us Oklahoma getting one against Kansas last night. A lot of people thought Kansas was, they were going to kick it into another gear. They got kicked in the ass is what they ended up getting kicked is OU just dominated that game. And I know some of the KU fans there, I got a lot of University of Kansas people telling me that, well, if the game was only 5 minutes longer, they went on a 13-2 run at the end. Yeah, we're 13 minutes longer, we'd be in the NBA. But they delivered, and they're going to deliver tonight too. College hoops. Who does Trendy Bets like? They love, and this is in my neck of the woods, FIU at Marshall. That's FIU at Marshall. Marshall laying 6 over 178.5. Here's what we know from Trendy Bets. The over 5-2 in the Golden Panthers' last 7 following a straight-up win. The over is also 5-1 in Marshall's last 6 home games. The over 5-1 in the Thundering Herds' last 6 games with a team against a team with a winning percentage over 600. And the over 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Marshall. On the road, FIU has had no problem averaging a bunch of points, somewhere around 83 or 84 points, I believe, this year. They have been on fire. 178.5. It might actually sound like that's a big number, but when you've got Marshall and you've got FIU, you generally don't have any defense. So the Trendy Bet folks love the over 178.5 tonight in the FIU Marshall game. And once again, make sure that you guys head over to trendybets.com and get yourself set up with a premium NCAA package. And as a matter of fact, you might as well sign up with them through the rest of the tournament. Here's a code you can use, 50% off right now, NCAAB50. That's NCAAB50. B for basketball, NCAA B50. You've got yourself 50% off any one of their premium college packages, which will include the rest of the college tournaments, including the national championship, NIT, you name it, they've got it. Use that code, get whatever the package is, 50% off, NCAA B50. And those are our Trendy Bets plays of the day. Want to thank them. Also want to remind you guys, if you haven't done so, download our app there, and it's real simple to do, too. The Fantasy Sports Radio Network, in which I'm a part of. Mornings, I make it rain from 6 to 9 with Dane Martinez. We have you on the morning after, me and Gabe Morency from 9 to 12, and we have live, consistent sports betting, fantasy betting, advice, and shows. Live talent, 6 a to 11 p every day on the station. We're heard around the country, whether it be a streaming platform, on the radio, cable networks, all picking us up. We're growing and growing and growing, and it's all about setting you up and giving you a chance to be more profitable this year. And that's exactly what we do at the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. And again, I told you, Drew Dinkmeyer, who is on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, just cleaned house last night, cashed a $100,000 daily fantasy I think it was DraftKings, a DraftKings daily fantasy poll, $15. He had a $15 entry and took home $100,000 based upon the information that the Daily Roto guys that are all over our station provided for him. So if, how would you guys like 100,000? Would you? I mean, listen, I'm a sports investor. So, daily fantasy, I'm really starting to learn a lot. And I'm also understanding how daily fantasy and the trends and the different analytics that can be provided by the guys at Daily Roto and the guys on the shows and on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. I'm learning more, which is making me more profitable, and it's also making me a bit smarter, which is what we do here, guys. This whole thing is about introducing you to different sports handicappers, professional cappers from around the country, and giving you an opportunity to get to know them, hear their strategy, hear how they go about breaking down games, get their leans and opinions on games, and then ultimately, the more information we have, the smarter we'll be, the more profitable we'll be in 2019. At least that's the concept of what we're doing here. Heard from Joe D'Amico. We just heard from TrendyBets.com, and I'm telling you, download the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. It's a free app, Google Store, iTunes. Take us with you, guys. There is a lot of very profitable information on that station, in that group, from 6A to 11P. Consistent live programming, fantasy and sports betting. You guys will definitely want to put that on your iPhones, on your iPads, on your Samsungs. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. All right, so coming up here, we've got a very special message from our friends at Halftime Magic. A very special offer, in fact, from our friends at halftimemagic.com. If you don't know who they are, if you're new to us, Halftime Magic is one of the most successful second-half investing platforms and groups in Vegas. These guys, they only bet second halves. And that's a little bit different than full game lines. And if you don't know that, we'll explain a little bit more about that. They have an opportunity for you to get tonight's entire slate, NBA and college games, right? All the games tonight, you can be a part of the second half. You can be a part of the second half wagering with Halftime Magic for free. That's right. You can get all the plays for free tonight. I'll give you the details. That is coming up here in just a minute. But first, we do have to thank a few more of our sponsors here on the show, including low-cost airlines. If you got to fly anywhere in the continental U.S. anytime soon, don't pay full price. Don't go to any one of the secondary markets. Simply call low-cost airlines, 1-800-761-1427. And, of course, Miami Acura, our good friends there. If you're in the market for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, only one place to go, MiamiAcura.com. Coming up, we'll tell you how you can get tonight's free second-half plays courtesy of Halftime Magic. That's right, for free. It's absolutely free. You can profit tonight just like I have been and all the rest that have taken advantage of their offers recently. I'll tell you how to do that coming up here in exactly 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere. It's the Joe Raineri Show.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-901-5536. 800-901-5536. 800-901-5536. That's 800-901-5536.
Welcome back in. It is the Joe Raineri Show on a Wednesday, brought to you by YOUWager.eu. It is where America bets. It's certainly where this show bets, and I hope before we are done here, it is at least where you have opened up an account to begin line shopping tonight. If you haven't done so, I don't know. I can't talk to you guys anymore. I can't talk to you. You need to have options, guys. You need to have more than one book in order to be able to line shop properly and make sure that you're getting the best number. We don't bet teams. We bet numbers. So doesn't it make sense to get the best number? How do you do that? Well, you open up an offshore account. Doesn't have to be with millions of dollars. You just got to open the account today so you can begin the price shop and line shop and make sure that you are getting the best number. 1-800-YOU-WAGER. Give them the code JRS50. That's 1-800-YOU-WAGER. You give them the code JRS50. And today, right now, they are standing by and they will go ahead and drop a 50% deposit match bonus into your account. And again, it doesn't have to be for millions of dollars. You just need to have access to the lines. And this way, if you find, I don't know, let's say if you can find Detroit at 5 instead of 5.5 or 6 at home against the Timberwolves tonight, wouldn't it be better to take the 5 if you like Detroit? Wouldn't it be better to get you want to be able to get the best number for what you are doing. And the only way you can do that is by having an option to go someplace else other than the book you normally use. If someplace else has got the better line, utilize it, take advantage of it, get the better number. Call 1-800-YOU-WAGER, give them that code JRS50, and get yourself that 50% sign-up bonus today. All right, so we've been talking about second-half wagering, right? Been telling you guys about Halftime Magic all year long. Love these guys. First-hand knowledge. And profitable right here, raising my hand. I have used Halftime Magic the entire season long, and I can tell you without any crazy betting, strictly flat betting, okay? Flat betting every one of the plays that is sent over. I am up over $6,000 this season simply from just flat betting the plays halftimemagic.com has sent over. Okay? And I'm not talking, we're not talking a dime player here, guys, all right? That's not what it is with me. But I'm telling you right now, halftimemagic.com has an edge, has a system, has a program, and they deliver on it. Over 58%, as a matter of fact, year to date, from last year to this year, over 58%, not just in football, but you're talking college basketball and the NBA. And get to halftimemagic.com. You guys check it out. I mean, you can go to their Twitter page. You can see they post every damn play that they got in real time. It's all documented. It's all transparent on their website. Check it out. And I can tell you, I'm living proof. I use them. I win with them, and it makes it very hard, and I can tell you this now, a lot of sharps that I know, very hard for them to ever bet a full game line after hooking up with halftimemagic.com and realizing what kind of edge that you have by waiting until halftime to place the bet. All right, and not just because you may have placed a full game wager that went completely haywire in the first half. Somebody got hurt or they're getting blown out. You're like, oh man, I gotta hedge my bet here on this team. Yeah, well, second half wagering, because of the cookie cutter method and because really it's kind of a spots and dots thing where the bookmakers are not adjusting lines in real time based upon what they're seeing in the first half of games. They're simply adjusting the second half lines to what the full game line was and to where their exposure is. So, I mean, it's really that simple, which means there are huge opportunities to find value and discrepancies in these lines, which is where halftimemagic.com comes. Their headquarters, how they have this set up, the alerts come out. You've got, what do we have, about 8 to 10 minutes, right, during second halves between the time the halftime begins and the tip-off the following half. You got about 8 to 10 minutes. The alerts come in on your phone. You get a text. Boom. You log on to YOUWager. You go ahead. You place your bet, and that's it. It's that simple. But you're knowing that you're getting an edge. You're getting an edge because they're breaking down every game in real time. That's what the guys at Halftime Magic do. I would encourage you guys to check them out tonight. Why? Well, they're giving away their plays for free tonight. That's right. All you have to do is email them right now, okay, support@halftimemagic.com. Send them an email, support@halftimemagic.com. Put my name in the subject line, and they'll give you free access to all the plays tonight, and you can expect another very profitable, great night. They were 12-3 Saturday and Sunday with their halftime plays. Okay, just do the math in your head. 12-3 with their second half plays this weekend. They have been phenomenal. 2 out of 3 again last night, I believe, when the alerts came over. There is a opportunity for you to get involved with second half wagering and profit right now. But what you do, you go support at halftimemagic.com, send them an email with my name in the subject line. They will get in touch with you. They will put you on the list, and tonight you will start getting notifications from Halftime Magic. And maybe this is the best part. They're guaranteeing at least 60% winners tonight that they send over. That's right. 60% of the plays you get tonight will win, or they'll go ahead and give you 50% off any package that you want at Halftime Magic. And can I tell you, they haven't had to give a 50% discount yet. So take advantage. Don't be the only one that's left not profiting tonight from the second half plays at halftimemagic.com. Get there, shoot them an email, support at halftimemagic.com. Give them my name in the subject line. They will get in touch with you, and you guys will be ready to rock and roll, and you'll begin profiting like so many other people have with second half wagering that you didn't even realize is possible, but it is that. Make sure you're tailing them too at halftimemagic.com. All right, that does it for us. Awesome stuff. Joe D'Amico, AASIwins.com. He's got Clemson tonight laying the 3. All right. He does like Baylor, but he liked Baylor earlier today when it was 6.5. I don't know if it's still at 8.5. Use your own discrepancy on that, but he certainly does like Baylor over Oklahoma State. And he likes Detroit laying the 5 tonight, 5.5. Against Minnesota at home. Those were Joe D'Amico's plays. That's who he liked. Trendy Bets went ahead and delivered a couple of plays for you, too, as well. Let's see if we can get those up on the screen for you quickly if you're just joining us. The first one, Timberwolves Pistons over 224 in that game. And I believe the other college game tonight was FIU at Marshall over 178.5 in that game. Those were your trendybets.com free plays of the day. Get ready here, those of you that are joining us on Periscope. Tony George from Doc Sports. He'll be joining us here in just about 30 minutes, around 5:30. Tony's going to break down the Mo Valley, the Missouri Valley Conference, getting ready to start tomorrow. He's got a free play for you as well. Nothing but great information coming your way here on the Joe Raineri Show. And the only thing I ask, guys, is that you like these videos, share these videos, subscribe to our channel, like our channels, follow us. The more interactive we get, the more we can start spreading this information, and the more profitable we can all be at the end of 2009. Again, it's not you versus me. It's not Joe versus Trendy Bets. It's none of that. It's about us beating the damn books, okay? It's us versus the books. Make no mistake about it. The lines are clearly drawn here. It's not you and me. It's not us versus each other. It's not Capper versus Capper. It is simply us trying to be better than the sports books who have all the damn money. We want to be profitable. It's our turn. They've got enough damn money. Let's do what we can do collectively to be a little bit smarter when it comes to sports investing and a little bit more profitable this year. That's what we try to do on the Joe Raineri Show. Love you guys. I thank you very much for your support. As always, get ready. Tony George, Doc Sports, coming here in just about 28 minutes. Good luck tonight. Thanks again, Joe D'Amico, AASI Wins, Trendy Bets, halftimemagic.com. Also, our friends at iTicket Hub, Miami Acura, Good Greek Moving and Storage, Wager Talk, and, of course, uwager.eu. Best of luck tonight, guys. Enjoy the games. Let's make it a profitable day. Going to be real profitable tomorrow as Dr. Bob will join us here on the show talking about mid-major tournaments and some betting strategy on how to approach these mid-major tournaments. How do you go about it? One of the legends, Dr. Bob Sports, Dr. Bob Stahl, he'll be joining us here on the Joe Raineri Show tomorrow. And hope you'll join us in the morning. Make it rain, the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. If not, we'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon. Good luck, guys. Have a great night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. It's the Joe Raineri Show.